Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Here is a fact-based summary of the story contents. Here is a simplified version of the story contents. Here is a lighthearted take on the story contents. A major Bachelor in Paradise star revealed producer manipulation after several huge stars exited Season 10. When Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 began, Justin Glaze hit it off with Lexi Young, but she worried that he wasn't over his ex-girlfriend, Susie Effens, with whom he'd broken up just 4 months before. When Susie arrived in Paradise after the first rose ceremony, everyone was thrown for a loop. During the second Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 rose ceremony, Susie didn't receive a rose, so Justin offered her his because they'd promised to look out for each other. However, she refused to accept it, which led to her, Justin, and Lexi all leaving the show. It was shocking to see 3 major stars exit all at once, along with Ally Jo Hinks and Zoe McGrady. A major Bachelor in Paradise star has exposed producer manipulation after several huge stars exited Season 10. In an interview with Nick Viall on the Viall Files, Wells Adams confirmed that, as fans have long suspected, the producers manipulated the show in past seasons. When Nick told Wells that he was surprised that many of the bigger stars have left Bachelor in Paradise, Wells explained that the new Bachelor in Paradise producers are less involved than they've been in the past. Wells stated, "This new production company's philosophy about producing a show is very much less hands-on than it has been in the past. You don't get to have both. Either you have something that's happening in real time, and these are real decisions that people are making, or you're overproducing something and forcing something into something." Wells continued, "You can't have your cake and eat it too. So the producer brain in me is thinking like, you're not wrong. We lost a lot of stars that one rose ceremony, and it was great TV. I was sitting on the sideline watching it being like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? This is amazing television. And in my mind, we're in episode 2. Wells then admitted that he started to wonder if losing so many stars so soon was good for Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. He said, "And then I started being like, but at what cost? We are losing a lot of really, really big names. And so I was like, this is great television, but also like, what are we gonna do?" Wells added, "And like, I can't believe Susie is gone. I can't believe Justin's gone. I can't believe that was the decision that was made. I can't believe Susie didn't accept it. All this stuff." Wells then exposed the fact that, in previous Bachelor in Paradise seasons, the producers would have manipulated things to ensure that their biggest stars stayed on the show. He stated, "But it made for really, really compelling television. And in the past, things would have been manipulated to keep people there and make it so you had all your stars there. But that would be kind of less authentic, I think." Wells concluded by saying that he didn't think that Bachelor in Paradise needed big stars in order to captivate its audience. He said, I know what happens because I was there. Like, we're going to go down a road that is going to be super dramatic, and I don't know if you needed to have big stars for those fireworks to happen." What Wells Adams' shocking revelation means for Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelor in Paradise fans have long suspected that the producers had a hand in some of the drama that occurred on the beach, and now Wells has confirmed it to be true. It's good to hear that the new producers are less hands-on because it means that the contestants will have a more authentic experience. Bachelor in Paradise Seasons 8 and 9 were complete failures, as every couple broke up after filming wrapped, whether they were engaged or dating. This was partially because the couples didn't have as much of a chance to get to know each other because of producer manipulation, with twists such as Season 8's Split House, when the women and men were separated and new people were brought in to test their relationships. In addition, Bachelor in Paradise Season 9's Truth Box, Bonfire of Truth, and Comedy Roast put the contestants in uncomfortable, producer-manipulated situations that put strains on their relationships. Well, Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 has had the contestants compete in challenges, but they're far less intrusive than the ones that have appeared on the show in the past. In addition, the contestants have been given the time that they need in order to get to know each other. It's shocking that Wells confirmed that the producers manipulated situations in the past in order to keep people on the show, but it's not surprising that it was done because fans have suspected it for years. Our take on Bachelor in Paradise's producer manipulation in past seasons. Although I'm disappointed to hear from Wells that everything that I feared about producer manipulation in past Bachelor in Paradise seasons is true, I'm relieved to find out that it seems to have stopped with season 10. It was hard to see Justin, Susie, and Lexi all leave Costa Rica in one episode, but I agree with Wells that it was handled much more authentically than in past seasons. I hope that the new producers continue the trend of being less involved in all of the Bachelor Nation series. It's hard to watch reality TV when nothing about it feels real. I can't wait to see if this new hands-off philosophy leads to the Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 contestants finding lasting love on the beach.
Turned war zone. When Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 was announced, fans were bracing themselves for another season of love triangles, sandy scandals, and champagne-fueled heartbreak. But no one could have predicted the chaos that would unfold in Sayulita this time. Behind the palm trees and steamy date cards lurked a darker truth, one that would shake the franchise to its core. And now, one brave contestant is pulling back the curtain. In an explosive revelation that's turning Bachelor Nation upside down, Samantha "Sammy" Delano, a fan favorite from Zach Shellcross's season of The Bachelor, has come forward with claims of producer manipulation, emotional coercion, and behind-the-scenes tactics so shocking they've allegedly pushed several huge stars to walk off the beach mid-season. This isn't just another case of reality TV drama. This is a rebellion in paradise. I'm done pretending. Sammy had never wanted to do Paradise. After being eliminated just before hometowns on The Bachelor, she told friends she was done with the franchise. But the call came anyway. A producer she'd grown to trust, let's call him Jake, pitched her the dream. We're building the most authentic season ever. You'll be protected, you'll be respected, you'll get your happy ending. Sammy hesitated. But Jake's words, and a promise of a surprise appearance by someone you used to date, lured her in. But from the moment she stepped off that iconic wooden staircase onto the sandy beach of Sayulita, she says everything felt off. It wasn't even 24 hours before they started pressuring me to go on a date I didn't want, with someone I'd specifically said no to, Sammy would later reveal in a Bombshell Instagram Live. The person? Brett Morales, a cocky villain from Charity Lawson's season of The Bachelorette, known for gaslighting and ghosting his way through 2 relationships on national TV. The producer's playbook. According to Sammy, producers had a very clear agenda this season: manufacture a villain, a hero, a heartbreak, and a wedding, whether or not it was real. They would isolate you in a bungalow and only let you talk to people if you agreed to say what they wanted on camera, she claimed. Other contestants, speaking anonymously, backed her up. One source said, "They kept the most chaotic people around because they made good TV, and they would give them inside info, who was coming down the steps next, who liked who. They were basically scripting it." Another said, "We were pawns. The emotional manipulation was insane. People cried in bathrooms. One girl fainted from stress. They filmed it all." The mass exodus. It all came to a boiling point in week 4. That's when 3 major names abruptly packed their bags and left, and producers tried to edit around it. Tyler Norris, who had been building a sweet connection with newcomer Jade Ayers, stormed off after reportedly being told she was just acting for the cameras. Brooklyn Willie, adored for her candid charm, left mid-interview, mic still on. And Michael Allio, a franchise staple, allegedly clashed with producers over their treatment of a cast member dealing with anxiety. According to Sammy, the cast was told to stay quiet or risk breach of contract consequences. But word got out anyway. Michael was the first domino, said a production source. He told them he wouldn't be part of something that put people's mental health at risk. Sammy added, "The moment he walked, the vibe changed. Everyone started realizing we were being played. The scripts, the setups, the sabotage." One particularly explosive claim Sammy made: scripted confrontations. "They fed me lines, told me to fake a fight with Jade, told Brett to flirt with me even though I said no, told a girl to cry on cue. When she couldn't, they brought out onion oil to dab under her eyes." She also alleged they rigged date cards, giving them to people producers wanted to spotlight, not those with genuine connections. I was told my name was on a date card, and at the last minute it was given to someone else because they needed a twist that week. Another fan favorite, Alyssa Chen, posted a cryptic TikTok showing her tearing up a date card with the caption, "Not everything is what it seems. Paradise." You signed up for this. When Sammy finally confronted producers after being pushed to kiss Brett on camera for a romantic arc she didn't agree to, she says the response was cold and calculated. You signed up for this, they reportedly told her. This is the job. You're here to make TV. That's when she knew she was done. With a camera in her face, she removed her mic, turned to the producer, and said on tape, "This is manipulation, not love, not reality, and I'm out." To their shock, she left that night, with her own footage secretly filmed on her phone and stashed in her toiletries bag. The reckoning. When Sammy posted a 9-minute reel on Instagram titled "The Truth About Paradise," it exploded. In under 12 hours, the video had over 2.4 million views and #BoycottBachelor began trending on X. In the clip, she shares clips of her own hidden footage, producers whispering off camera, contestants venting off mic, and one haunting moment where a producer says, "We just need you to cry. It doesn't matter why." Within a week, multiple contestants from seasons 6 through 10 came forward. Some shared their own experiences. Others posted solidarity messages like, "Thank you for speaking up. I've lived this. They made me look like a villain. I was just overwhelmed and misled." Even former leads made in. Katie Thurston reposted the clip, writing, "This is why I'm done with this franchise. Mental health greater than ratings." Clayton Echard tweeted, "Sammy's brave, more than I was." The network's response. ABC and Warner Bros. Released a statement 2 days later. "We take the mental and emotional well-being of our cast seriously and are conducting an internal review into the claims made. Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 was filmed in compliance with all safety protocols." But fans weren't buying it. In Reddit threads and Bachelor fan pages, viewers began dissecting episodes, finding signs of editing, audio mismatches, and storyline inconsistencies. One post even noted, "Look at Sammy's outfit changes during her fight with Brett. It's clearly spliced from 2 different days." Petitions calling for a third-party investigation into Bachelor in Paradise passed 100,000 signatures. Some are even calling for the franchise to be canceled entirely. I don't regret exposing them. Sammy hasn't backed down. In her follow-up interviews with Rolling Stone and People, she doubled down on every claim, saying, "They can spin all they want. I lived it. So did a dozen other people who've now spoken out. I don't regret exposing them. I regret trusting them." She also hinted at a potential documentary in the works, using footage she and others have saved over the years. If the franchise wants to tell love stories, they need to start with truth. What happens next? As Season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise continues to air, now under heavy scrutiny, the show feels different. Viewers are noticing how forced the love stories seem, how manufactured the drama is, and how flat the season feels without its brightest stars. Michael Allio, Brooklyn Willie, Tyler Norris, and Sammy Delano are all absent from the current episodes, edited out, blurred, or vaguely eliminated without explanation. Meanwhile, ratings are slipping. Rumors are swirling that Bachelor X are considering canceling the Paradise format after Season 10, or rebooting it with an all-new production team. Sammy's name, once just another contestant in the roster, has become a symbol of truth-telling in reality TV. Reality deserves to be real. In a final Instagram caption, posted under a photo of her on a quiet beach far from Paradise, Sammy wrote, "Reality TV should still be reality. If it's love you want us to find, let us find it, not force it. Don't tell us who to kiss, cry over, or marry. Let us be human." And Bachelor Nation is listening. For the first time in a decade, fans aren't just watching for the drama. They're watching for the truth. Because if Bachelor in Paradise truly wants to survive, it may have to finally stop pretending.